as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you heard Yaka right there. Didn't adjust the volume for that yet. But anyways, hey everybody, Nokoneko here. Here to play some more Genshin Impact. Yeah, so it's like the usual stuff, or all the Genshin stuff. I'm gonna do all my dailies first, then probably start doing the new event that just came out. Well, it didn't just came out. It came out a couple of days ago. But I was a little bit behind because of all the prerequisite stuff I had to wait. But now that I finished those, I can get started on the event. Sorry, is the music from Genshin a bit too loud? Let me adjust it a little bit. I think that might be good now.
A blade embraces its duty.
Okay,
as a
so
jeweler
let's
cherishes their
go
gem.
do those missions. This is actually one of the commissions that I don't like so much because you have to travel pretty far to get it done. It's just a lot of back and forth thing. I think the best kind is the ones like, oh, we need something, and you just hand them the item, then you're done. But this one, you have to go all the way to Leeway. It's a shortcut. Talk to another NPC, get them the item, then take it back to the original NPC. And as always, loading does take quite a bit of time. And it's just him making fried rice pretty much. No, why? These posters. Got plenty of both, so that's not an issue. Now we head back to the original person. There you go, some fried rice. You know, I sometimes wonder if somebody in real life has actually made a fried rice with kind of similar ingredients before. It's pretty much chicken, some kind of spicy chicken fried rice. Okay, let's go over here next. Not, nope. Not using the right person. That's okay.
Sword. Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of good. Take flight.
Lucky for me, just Hayaka and Shincho, just those two by themselves. Not to kind of pick out who's as in the whole world. I'm just like putting these two get together. There you go.
Sakura swirl.
You lay down. This.
Yeah, I remember back then when I had Venti, he actually took out lots of the ads in the overworld very easily. But when those big guys, I mean, Izuma showed up, he's having trouble sucking them around. Initially, when it first came out, he couldn't suck them all. Now they move a little bit. Not as much as the smaller ads, but still something so that is actually doing something rather than nothing. Yeah, I forgot the very last thing I did was went back to an artifact dungeon just to burn up the last of my resin thing. Game right away. Okay. Yeah, with this full party, it's a bit more DPS versus the other party. The other party is a little more party power control. Usually when I use Bennett, it's like for nuking. But nuking enemies in Overworld is a bit too much, right? It's a bit much. Same thing with Venti a little bit. His car control is a bit much as well in Overworld sometimes. Lately, I've been just using him in the Spire Abyss compared to everywhere else. Wow, talking about Spire Abyss, I feel like I need to do Spire Abyss. Wow, man, the days go by quick. It's already the 10th already. Yeah, I really do need to do Spire Abyss by in the middle of the week somehow. Maybe I'll go ahead and take the event. I mean, the event's only been around for a couple of days, right? So maybe there's still a lot of things locked. So maybe after I catch up on it, I'll do Spire Abyss and I'll call it a day for Genshin. That'll be the plan for today. Yeah, and then I could kind of save like Chasm Exploration for another day. That one, not in a big rush. Go. Next location. What? I only did 2, right? Last one. I guess I did 3. Oh, right there. It's because it's kind of like blue on blue. I didn't spot that right off the bat. Yeah. So one of the reasons why I want Kazuha is his kind of power control is on a elemental skill. That makes more sense for Overworld compared to Venti kind of being a little bit overkill. I'll be able to use it more often rather than have to wait to get enough energy for a burst. That's right, forget. To use animal for these. Oh, that wants some enemies.
I'm out of here! No, my sword! Let me leave you up. Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Yeah, with like double turrets. Hopefully I would use I use turret too, but these guys are animals, so they're kind of wait, are they animal? I think they are animal, so they're kind of immune to Sayu's turret. It didn't take much to kill them anyways, but I currently have, so didn't really need it. More enemies.
Away I go! Rain outlines your fate.
Yeah, sometimes you complete this mission without any enemies showing up. That's usually really nice when that happens. Because 2 enemies showing up, that's kind of bad luck right there. Well, maybe bad luck is actually all 3 enemies showing up. Okay. Dailies are done. Let's go ahead and turn them in.
Catherine. We heard that you have a new commission for us.
Hmm?
That's correct. There's a requester who has submitted a designated commission for the two of you.
For two of
A
us?
designated commission? Sounds like it must be pretty important. What kind of task is it exactly?
There's no need to worry. This commission is not dangerous by any means. Perhaps you have heard that Inazuma will soon be holding a major festival, the magnificent Irodori Festival.
Yay! A festival! Oh, come to think of it, we haven't attended a festival in Inazuma for a while.
Oh, this is the first
Yashiro
one.
Commission and Lady Yae are responsible for all the festival preparations. The one who has requested your help is none other than Lady Yae herself.
Oh, so Miko's commission.
You know Miko. She always has some unusual ideas in her head. You can bet a festival planned by her is gonna be one to remember. We'd better go to Grand Narukami Shrine and see what she needs us to do.
Lady Yae is currently at Yae Publishing House in Hanamizaka, so there is no need to go all the way to the shrine. In fact, she has instructed me to have you directly meet with her there.
Oh, well that's convenient enough. Let's go then.
To the shrine we go. Oh, wait. I need to turn in the commissions first. What am I getting? Alright, getting into the event stuff already.
Ad Astra Ab... Thank you for complete...
Okay.
Ad Astra...
And also the exhibition stuff. And I also need to remember to burn my resin. I did condense them earlier, so I need to burn those next so that I have space for more condensed resin later. Okay. It's all done. Also done. Not yet. Wait. Is that it for my weekly? Close enough. I'm like 490 away. I can easily kind of take care of that. If I just visit one of my friends and buy 2 things, I'm pretty much done. Do that. Who's the lucky person? I guess I'll check on Waffle. Waffle. He's already there. Yeah, take that Waffle. Okay, wait. Where is the merchant? Right over here. Oh, kind of you to put a waypoint right next to the merchant. I just need to buy 2 things. The Waffle already bought music, so you already visited her shop here. Either that or maybe someone else did. Guess I'll just go ahead and grab the train. Kind of have plenty of these animals. So either I grab these, I'll take the cat. There you go. That's mostly my weekly amount of points I can achieve. I'm not gonna worry about that last 40. Okay. Oh wait, I will get it all done if I leave. I think if I condense the resin again, that covers the last bit. Okay. Enough? Yeah, that just enough? Yeah, it does start earlier, but it was right before I was able to hit 160 resin. Okay, so that should now be done. And yeah, now I hit the limit. Great. All maxed out. For the week. And it's gonna reset soon. Okay. Now that we have those resin, let's go spend it. Spend it under artifact gacha. See how my look looks like today. Brett has the verse, so all in good shape for this.
Witness the power. Think you can get away? Coming Santalant. Samantha, my apologies.
Oh, there you are.
Whirling snow.
That was kind of weird. I almost feel like the Achilles stroke kind of got knocked backwards a bit. See a sand. Substats are kind of bad. But I don't see much elemental mastery goblets, so maybe I'll hold on to it. No engine recharge. Not bad. Yeah, there's no engine recharge or crit. Yeah, this is not bad.
Everybody stand! Let me weave you a rope.
Let's see if I can sit back a little bit more.
Sakura swirl! Take flight!
There you go. That worked a little bit more better. Because of the fact that this guy got blown away, but he just died. Ooh, another one. Attack, crit damage, close, but not enough. Bad. When you see HP and defense, you just know it's bad.
Teamwork is strength! Witness the power. Think you can get away?
I don't know, didn't dash right there.
Coming Santalant! Samantha! Whirling snow! Take flight!
Oh, you're still alive. Yeah, that elemental skill would have done it. Nope. Yeah, there's not much you can do with HP. I mean, there are some character skills with HP, but usually you want it on a different set. I only keep like HP goblets if it's like really good substats. Like, has to be perfect.
Rain cutter. Time for takeoff. Sakura swirl. My apologies.
that's the last of my resin. Nope. You see the double defense? That's an HP. Yeah, that's a no. Even if it's electro damage bonus, have better damage, electro damage, but I mean, it does have a crit damage. So maybe if I rolled a crit rate, then it'll be okay. It's okay. It won't be good. It'll be okay. Yeah, I'll hold on to it, but I really doubt it will last too long. Chances of it hitting a crit rate pretty unlikely. I feel like I have better ones, but it doesn't hurt to hold onto it to check. Okay, we're now done with that. Now we go ahead and dig into the event. Let's see. I think it's a bunch of story. I do kind of wonder what that going to the. Pretty sure it's this. Pretty sure I have to go to Yamiko. Is there a way to tell? Yeah, it is this. So I can go up to Act 3. You know, I kind of thought this event would last more like a month rather than a week and a half, 2 weeks and a half. But maybe it's shorter than I thought it would be. Maybe there's another part of the event afterwards. Let's connect to this event. We'll see.
Aratani and Kuroda, how are things coming along?
All the books and commission prints for Yai Publishing House were bound and sent out yesterday afternoon, Lady Yai.
Very good. And Murata?
We have already received word from Apek Husu and Sailing Breeze that the materials are all in place for Shogun Almighty Reborn as Raiden with Unlimited Power and Pretty Please Kitsune Guji.
Well done. And what about you, Onodera?
Doesn't look like he's doing too good.
Ahem. Onodera?
Oh, yes, Lady Yai. Everything is ready for the new issue release party.
You are the one who organized the plans for this release party. In other words, you are the team's fearless leader now. So please, show some confidence. Besides, there's no need to be nervous. This project is destined for success. I feel quite optimistic about it. I shall specially grant you leave for the next couple of days, Onodera. Please take the opportunity to have a good rest. After all, you will be very busy on the day of the release party.
Yes, Lady Yai. Thank you very much.
All right then. Is everyone clear about their assignments? Good. We're running out of time, so let's get moving. Chop chop.
Wow. Quite a busy person, isn't she? Not many people.
Hello, little ones. I take it you have received my commission,
Some organizer you are! It's nearly time for the festival and you're still over here ramping things up for your light novel business! Shouldn't you be getting back to the Grand Narukami Shrine? You weren't thinking of dumping all the festival preparations on us, were you? If so, then you can forget it! Paimon won't accept such a commission!
Yeah, forget it.
My, such harsh words. It hurts to hear that kind of talk from you two. But as you can clearly see, I'm here working like a dog for the festival, yet you say I'm not doing my job. Let me ask you, little ones, whoever said that the festival must involve the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Huh? But isn't that a given? This is Inazuma after all.
Yes, that is true. But now that the Sokoku decree has been lifted, Inazuma is no longer the same nation that once resisted change tooth and nail. Therefore, rather than sticking to the same old traditional festival, the Yashiro Commission and I have decided to shake things up a little. This time, we'll be holding an international cultural festival, distinctly Inazuman, but with a unique twist.
International cultural festival?
I suppose I should start by telling you the origins of the Iridori Festival. Legend has it that there were 5 poets in ancient Inazuma who were supremely gifted in singing and writing poetry. They are known as the 5 Kasen. Every year, one of the 5 would present a collection of the group's poems to the shogun for review, which would then spark culture discussions regarding those works. Thanks to them, Inazuma's culture blossomed and gained great influence at that time. As time passed, people began creating various tales based on the 5 Kasen. The Iridori Festival was also developed as a result to show appreciation for their works, which so greatly enriched our lives.
Sounds like a festival that's really rooted in culture.
Indeed. To describe it in the words of the ancients, it'd be refined elegance. Unfortunately, with the flow of time, people have gradually forgotten about the 5 Kasen and the festival. Which is precisely why I've decided to revive the Iridori Festival by holding a cultural convention featuring light novels.
But wait a minute! Light novels?
I should have known. What about all the refined, elegant stuff you just said?
Please stop looking at me with those baffled expressions. In ancient times, poetry was all the rage, but nowadays, the entertainment format of choice is light novels. The important thing is not the format, but the creative work itself. It is impossible to come up with anything fresh if you're stuck using some rigid format of the past. Speaking of which, don't you think that the concept of focusing on the now perfectly suits the current Inazuma? And besides, it's a great opportunity to reintroduce Inazuma to Ultivat through light novels. As they say, it's 2 birds with 1 stone.
Sounds like a whole lot of thinly veiled self-justifications.
Whoa, that was close. Paimon was nearly carried away by Miko's persuasive tongue. Come on, Miko! You can't fool us. We know you by now. This is all definitely stemming from your own personal interests.
I can't deny that my hobbies had no part to play in this. However, regardless of whether it's light novels or a festival, catching people's attention with a fresh concept is the essence here. Well, what do you say? Aren't you two even a little curious about what interesting things you might see at the festival?
Maybe a little. Oh, all right. Paimon's super curious now.
Come, let's pay a visit to the venue in Rito together. I promise that it will give you a whole new perspective on the festival. There we'll meet a special someone who will tell you more about your tasks.
Who, I wonder? Probably someone we know, right? Given how I have to complete some character quests before I can do this, probably some of the characters from Inazuma somewhere. I don't think Ayato would be involved. Would Kokumi be involved? Well, she's into reading war stuff. She would be found in Watsumi Island, right? Wouldn't be here, would she?
During the Iridori Festival, the area around the Outlander Affairs Agency will become the main exhibition space for light novels. Once things are in full swing, not only will there be lots of official and fan-created work on display, there'll also be exclusive giveaways, prizes, and new release parties. This small plaza in front of the International Trade Association will be called the 5 Kasen Plaza during the festival, and nearby shops will be selling special light novel merchandise. You certainly won't want to miss out.
Wow. How should Paimon put this? It's definitely not your typical festival, but it sure looks like it'll be quite the party.
Yeah, it's like a light novel paradise. Wait a minute. Is this Comic-Con? Is this what it is?
Huh. Miko, what are these blank boards in the center of the plaza?
Hello, Zhao. Nice to see you again.
Yes, those are...
Ah, Lady I did mention that there would be some reliable helpers coming to assist with the festivities. It appears she meant you two. At last we meet again, Traveler and Paimon. Tell me, how are you faring recently?
You know, I kind of doubted it, but I should have known that he would be here.
Oh, it's Ayato! Wow, so even a busy guy like yourself is here to attend the Iridori Festival.
Preparing festivals falls under the Yashiro Commission's scope of responsibilities. Seeing as Lady Yae has poured her heart and soul into the preparations, I'm obliged to be equally dedicated.
Come now, Ayato. We're not strangers here. There's no need to sound so formal. We were just about to discuss the boards over here. They're related to our little helper's tasks, so I'll let you give them a detailed rundown.
Certainly. I assume you two already know that the Iridori Festival originated from the 5 Kasen. These 5 boards are here for painting their portraits. This Iridori Festival is not only the first major festival to be held in Inazuma since the lifting of the Sakoku decree, it is also an event deeply rooted in culture and the arts. Therefore, the Yashiro Commission has personally invited several cultural celebrities from other nations. For example, the artist we have invited to paint these portraits hails from the distant land of Mondstadt. The Yashiro Commission will arrange accommodations and food in Inazuma for each of the distinguished guests. However, we fear that staying in a foreign land may feel a little uncomfortable, which is precisely why it would be ideal to have someone familiar with both Inazuma and other nations of Teyvat to serve as a guide for our guests.
Ah, I get it now.
I knew you would catch on. It is our hope that you would be able to guide the guests from the harbor to their residence at the International Trade Association, while providing any necessary assistance along the way. This arrival schedule includes the details of the ships on which the guests will be arriving. All you simply have to do is go to the docks at the indicated times.
Okay. So 2 days before the festival. Large pressure ship, Mondstadt. Ended AM in the morning. All these are in the morning. Okay, so that's before. Then second day of the festival, third day of the festival. And the day upon the release event. Okay, I kind of get the gist. All around 10 or 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. the first one.
It's settled then. My, look at the time. I have to meet with my editors, so I must be going now. During the festival, most of the Yae Publishing House's editors will be staying near the Outlander Affairs Agency. If you run into any problems, you may find them there.
This festival requires the full cooperation of the Tri-Commission, and there are still many minor details which require my attention, so I must excuse myself for now. I'll leave the guests in your hands.
All the details we need about the ships are on the timetable that Ayato gave us. Let's take a closer look and be sure to pick up the passengers according to the times written on it.
Okay, so wait till the following day. At least I'll give you a little guide of what time to wait for. 6.
According to the the arrival schedule, there will be a ship arriving from Mondstadt today. The artist for the 5 Kassen portraits should be on board. The boat should be arriving soon, so let's head down to the docks.
Already heading there. But the wrong formation again. How many times is this gonna keep happening to me? There you go. We're here.
Hello! You must be here to take part in the Iridori Festival. We're the festival guides, and we'll show you around.
Yes, that's right. We are bards from Mondstadt. Word has it that Inazuma has undergone many changes of late. We hope to find fresh inspiration here.
Paimon, what are you doing?
These guests are all bards, aren't they? Well, where's Tone Deaf Bard then? Huh. Strange. He's pretty famous in Mondstadt. Do you think he didn't receive an invitation?
Even if he was invited, there's a chance he still wouldn't show up.
Huh? Why's that?
Well, you know, Venti's and...
Oh, Paimon sees what you're getting at. Even though Venti no longer rules over Mondstadt, he's still an Archon. If he came rushing to Inazuma at the first mention of a festival, not only would it seem a little childish, it would also sort of be shameless of him too.
You know, I wouldn't expect that Klee would be here.
Mr. Honorary Knight, Paimon! It's Klee! Were you also invited to the Iridori Festival? No, Albedo's the one who received the invitation.
That makes a lot more sense. He is a painter.
But because everyone in the Knights of Favonius has been really busy these days, Albedo arranged for someone here to issue me a dependent pass.
Greetings, Traveler and Paimon. After hearing that Inazuma was making preparations for the Irodori Festival, I predicted that I might run into you here.
Ha! Paimon knew it! Albedo's the one they've invited to paint the 5 Kassen!
It seems that you already know why I'm here. Just so you're aware, I'll be using my pen name in Inazuma, Calx.
Calx, huh?
By the way, do you know where the International Trade Association is? I'll be meeting with the editorial director of the Yae Publishing House there.
Yeah, the International Trade Association is where you'll be staying in Inazuma. We'll be heading there too.
Great. Let's get going then.
That's cute. He's babysitting Klee at some time of doing his little artwork. Yeah, that's because Albedo's master, right? The apprentice that taught him everything. I think Alice is Klee's mother. That's how they kind of know each other.
Wow, it's so beautiful here! So many things I've never seen before.
Slow down, Klee. Please be careful not to bump into others. Telling Klee so many stories about Inazuma during the trip was probably not the best idea. As a result, she could hardly sleep all the way here. It appears she's even more excited now that we've arrived.
Oh, that's just how kids are.
Strange. It seems that the editorial director, Mr. Hiroyama, isn't here yet. I'm certain he said that he'd be sure to arrive before me. This might be a problem.
What's wrong?
Well, Mr. Hiroyama was supposed to meet with me and give me some reference materials about the 5 Kassen today. That way, I could better visualize the content for my paintings.
You mean you had no idea what you'd be painting before you arrived in Inazuma?
I only know of the 5 Kassen by name, because of the sheer age of the tale. very little has been passed down to this day. So Mr. Hiroyama decided to help me collect some more information. I'm the type of painter who can complete a painting quickly as long as I'm inspired. So I agreed on only receiving the details today.
So when do the paintings have to be done by?
According to the festival plans, the portraits will be revealed one at a time throughout the various stages of the Irodori Festival. The first one, depicting Suiko, will need to be done before the festival's official opening ceremony, which is the day after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow? Then you're already running out of time!
There's no need to panic. When I was working on light novel illustrations, because the manuscripts are shipped by boat, things were always tight and finished at the last minute. Just last month, to ensure the latest book of A Legend of Sword would be finished for the Irodori Festival, I had to complete the final chapter's illustrations the same day I received the manuscript. I heard that my illustrations were sent to print as soon as they arrived in Inazuma. I still don't know how well they turned out.
Paimon isn't sure if she should feel sympathetic for your working conditions or compliment you on your artistic genius.
Yeah, that's very fast.
Of course, I would still prefer to receive any possible reference materials in advance, so that I can be better prepared.
Speaking of which, Miko did mention...
Oh, right! The editors of the Yai Publishing House will all be around the Outlander Affairs Agency these next few days. Who knows? Maybe Mr. Hirayama's over there too. We'll take you over there to see if we can find him, Albedo.
Alright, it's worth a try. Klee, you haven't slept for a while now. Please stay at our residence in the International Trade Association and get some rest. We will be back soon.
Okie dokie. Don't worry, Albedo. I'll be on my best behavior.
He's kind of a little bit of a troublemaker, but he doesn't have any ill intention.
This can't be happening. The moment we need to contact Onodera is when he's on special leave. Kuroda and I will go back to Inazuma City for an emergency printing run. The demand for this book is so high, though. Even with the emergency prints, it still might not be enough.
Despite everything, we're still lucky that we found out today. If this had happened a few days later, then we'd really be in boiling water. Hey, do you think that suspicious guy they found in the warehouse has anything to do with this?
Well, the editorial director is on his way over there to investigate the situation as we speak.
Sorry to interrupt, but what's going on here?
Oh, hey, Traveler. Don't worry. It's nothing, just an internal issue. That's all. How can I help you?
I'm looking for the editorial director, Mr. Hiroyama. Does anyone know where he is now?
Mr. Hirayama is currently at the warehouse down by the harbor.
Oh, hold on a second, Murata. Excuse me, but you must be Calx, the one who was invited to paint the 5 Kasen for the festival?
Yes, that's me.
My name is Kuroda. You must be inquiring about information regarding the 5 Kasen. I do apologize, but please make yourself comfortable at the International Trade Association, and I will let Mr. Hirayama know to send you the materials right away.
Oh, no need. You guys look super busy, so we can go find him ourselves.
About that.
Excuse me, but is there something wrong with the latest volume of A Legend of Sword?
Huh? How did you know?
Since you were all aware that Mr. Hiroyama needed to send me some supporting materials, that means the editorial director didn't forget about it. Instead, something urgent must have cropped up. To add to that, despite being aware that I am Calx, you were still unwilling to let me go to Mr. Hiroyama directly. After considering these factors, the only reason you would try to stall me is if something happened to A Legend of Sword, which I did the illustrations for.
Well, I'm very sorry. The situation is just as you said, Calx. I suppose it doesn't hurt to tell you now. Earlier today, someone spotted a suspicious outlander sneaking around inside the Iridori Festival warehouse down by the docks. So they promptly alerted the Tenryou Commission. The Tenryou Commission was concerned about potential cargo theft, so they contacted everyone who was renting space in the warehouse. It was then that we realized that the latest copies of A Legend of Sword had suddenly gone missing.
What? The books are missing?
Shh, not so loud. Not only is this book an eagerly anticipated release in the last phase of the Iridori Festival, but the author, Chin-Yu, will be personally attending the release party as well.
Oof.
Because of the dire situation, Mr. Hirayama immediately hurried to the warehouse to determine whether the theft was related to that suspicious outlander.
I see. It would be a great misfortune if A Legend of Sword would not be released on schedule. And quite a disappointment for Chen-Yu as well. If Mr. Hirayama has gone to the warehouse at the docks, then I'll go down to see if I can be of any help.
So the author of A Legend of Sword is Jie. Sounds familiar. Hey, isn't that Xingqiu's pen name?
That's what I was thinking.
Do you know him?
We met a couple of occasions.
Xingqiu would definitely be upset if he discovers his books are missing. Let's accompany Albedo to the warehouse too.
Definitely interesting how this story has a lot of characters we know involved. Okay, let's go to that warehouse. Oh, Venti's here.
Huh? It's you! Why are you here?
Oh, don't tell me he's the Outlander.
I'm here on behalf of the Tenryou Commission, of course. Is that surprising?
No, Sarah, Paimon wasn't talking about you! So, Tone-Deaf Bard. The suspicious outlander in the warehouse wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
Considering the evidence, it appears that the suspicious outlander is indeed me.
As I have told you, you are a suspect. Before your allegations of theft and illegal entry as a stowaway are cleared, you are to remain silent. Don't make me say it again. Traveler, Paimon, do you know this self-proclaimed bard from Mondstadt?
Well, I can't say he's a complete stranger.
Listen, Sarah. Knowing him, it's safe to say that he wasn't behind the theft. But what's this about being a stowaway?
Although he claims to be a special guest for the Iridori Festival, he's failed to present his invitation letter. Therefore, we can only suspect that he might have entered the country illegally. And just a moment ago, we caught him in a dandelion wine crate near the Sailing Breeze.
That I could kind of see. We ask him a few questions.
If it would help shed any light on the situation, then please, be my guest.
Oh, Venti! You didn't really come here illegally, did you?
Ouch, your words wound me. We've been apart for so long, and the moment we meet again, all I'm greeted with is grilling questions and suspicious glares. You arrived in Inazuma via similar means, or so I heard. You of all people should be more understanding, don't you think?
Similar means?
Oh no. Let's not bring up the past now.
I merely jest. Fear not, for the person who sent me the invitation is none other than Kamisato Ayato of Yashiro Commission. It's unlikely that someone acquainted with the likes of him would ever be here illegally, right?
But why weren't you on the same ship as the other bards?
Well, once I received the invitation letter, I couldn't help but want to come to Inazuma a little early. It was then that I happened upon a cargo ship bound for Inazuma transporting dandelion wine. So, naturally, I decided to set sail with them. Once aboard, I found the captain to be a kindred spirit, and I was treated to an abundance of fine liquor along the way. I must have fallen asleep in the cargo crate while carefully comparing the tastes of dandelion wine and Inazuman sake. And when I woke up, I found myself in this warehouse with a Tenryou Commission general glaring at me from atop the grate.
Coming from Venti, this story is quite believable. But it still feels a bit...
Shameless.
Excuse me, I'm the owner of the stolen goods from the IA publishing house, and there are some questions I would like to ask you. Based on what you just said, it seems you've been in the warehouse for some time now. If that's the case, did you happen to hear anything unusual?
Actually, I did hear some faint footsteps around me a couple of times, but I didn't consider the sound anything out of the ordinary.
But if you clearly heard something, why didn't you feel it was unusual?
Oh, I seem to understand now.
Huh? What did you notice, Albedo?
When it comes to burglars, they are generally associated with prying or rummaging through things. What Venti means is that he did not hear anything unusual like that. As for the sound of footsteps, because this is a warehouse where many goods are coming in and out each day, it is quite normal for people to be walking around.
I see. But if that's the case, then we're back to square one regarding the stolen books.
No, not quite. From the facts that have been presented to us, we can draw at least 3 conclusions now. First, whoever took the novels is not a spur-of-the-moment burglar. They had their sights on the books from the very beginning. Second, the culprit was very familiar with the warehouse, and might even have a key. And third...
There must be more than one criminal involved.
I knew you'd catch on, Traveler. One person couldn't possibly transport so many heavy books in such a short window of time. It must have been a team effort. It goes without saying that Venti clearly does not match up with our culprits.
Yes, I agree with your reasoning. Mr. Hirayama, the Tenryo Commission will continue by investigating the warehouse staff. If you come across any further clues, please notify us immediately.
Yes, understood. I'll leave it to you then.
I suppose I'm free as a bird then.
Not so fast. Even though we've cleared the theft allegations, we still haven't ascertained whether your arrival in Inazuma was legal or not.
Aw, 'tis a shame. I thought surely after my honest account you might let me off the hook.
Sara's quite the meticulous one. So, where's your invitation letter, Venti?
Yes, the invitation letter. I'm truly sorry. I can't seem to remember where I may have put it.
How could you lose something so important?
Don't be mistaken. I was well aware of how important it was. But I didn't bring any luggage with me, and the letter was too big to fit in my pocket. So I kept it in my hand the whole trip. Strange. Though I had a little too much to drink, I know that I kept it in a secure place. I even recall being most pleased at coming up with a good idea at the time.
If you were holding the invitation in your hand the whole time, then why did you put it down?
Well, to properly compare the taste of Mondstadt wine and Inazuman sake, I had to hold a glass in each hand. I couldn't both hold the invitation and a glass at the same time. But surely I wouldn't put it in just any random place. It could easily be misplaced.
In which case, I believe there's only one place it could be. Have you figured it out, Traveler?
Huh? You're way ahead of Paimon. Do you two already know where the invitation letter is?
In his shoe, no. In his cape. The cape doesn't have anything to hold. It's probably in his hat. That's the only place that's kind of secure enough, right?
Ah, yes! I remember now. I knew you'd help me find it.
This is indeed an invitation letter issued by the Yashiro Commission. Now that we've confirmed this guest's identity, I have no further questions. However, starting tonight, I would advise you to stay at the International Trade Association. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be leaving now.
There goes Sara. All right, let's go talk to Mr. Hirayama about Albedo's reference materials.
Mr. Hirayama, I'm Calx. We had originally arranged to meet today.
Ah, yes, so you are Calx. I'm very sorry that you've arrived in Inazuma only to find such a mess. These are the materials regarding the 5 Kasen. All the information that we could find is compiled here.
The 5 Kazen. Long ago, there was 5 legendary poets in Inazuma. Supremely gifted in music and writing, they are honored as the 5 Kazen, meaning 5 fairies of singing and poetry. It is said that the shogun loved their works profoundly, and every year one of them would go to the Ten Shukaku and present their new poetry collection for the shogun for use. For usual. I think that's how you pronounce that. The 5 Kazen are known as Tsuko, Ao no Okina, Akihito, Sumizomi, and Kuronushi, respectively. Hopefully I'm pronouncing the right names correctly. But the real names are lost in history. According to the widely accepted theory, tales of the 5 Kazen had once been repeatedly adapted and performed on stage, with the 5 characters each dressed in distinct color: green, blue, red, white, and black. Oh, that's really useful right there. Over time, theatergoers started referring to them by these colors, hence the names we see today. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's... Can you see the names again? Aoi, Akihiko, Sumi... Okay. Still, there existed other theories. For instance, some believe Suiko was named after his dwelling, a thatched cottage called Suiko Hut. Some also say that the Aka in Akihiko was derived from the poet's habit of marking his words with a scarlet red seal. Yeah, Aka is red, right? Okay. Tales of the 5 Kazen. Wait, that was just think about. This is the tale. Everyone in Inazuma knows the tales of the 5 Kazen. The stories featuring them were once all the rage in Inazuma. That was unfortunate, however, that despite their popularity and abundance at the time, not much detail survived till today. Most were probably lost during the Great Calamity 500 years ago. I forgot what you called that kind of calamity. What's the name for that? Keep thinking about like shattering in like in the Elden Ring, but I know that's not it. It's that one incident. I forgot the name of it already. But anyways, let's continue. According to the existing literatures, during the Golden Age, when many such stories were being created, they usually followed the same set of rules. 4 poems in succession, each telling a fragment of the story from a Kaisen's point of view, with 4 together completing the whole tale. What was curious was that no single chapter seemed to be narrated from Kuronushi's perspective. Interesting, from the 4 but not Kuronushi. So, the 5 Kasen summary, there's a bunch of different arcos, I guess. Tsuko, a free, sake-loving, and soul born into a ordinary family. Some say he got the name Tsuko from Tsuko Hut, the thatched cottage he lived in. Aoi no Okina, an old man accomplished in chess, Oh, he's a chess player. In addition, in poems, he also left behind a few novels. Some say he was actually a shogunate official who had not made a name until his senior years. Others say that he is not human, but a very old kitsune in human form. I wonder if that's like that kitsune that Miko knows, that we met in her storyline. Anyways, Akahiko, a talented swordsman who most likely came from a martial family. Some say his name was derived from his habit of marking his works with scarlet red seal. I guess usually red's associated with like force and like being hot-blooded, I guess. Sumizume. She was once a shrine maiden, skilled in floral arts and dancing. Later, she became the shogun's personal attendant. Some say that she had resigned from her position after she became famous and devoted herself to artistic creations. Others say that she kept serving the shogun into her old age. In Kuronuchi. So, wait, going back. Tsuko. Ao is blue, Aka is red. I don't remember what Sumi was, but Kuro is black. Little is known about him, and does anyone know who he really is? Maybe this explains the more varied versions of his identity and personality from a story as compared to the other 4 Kasen.
Let's see here. Yes, it's just as I had suspected. Monikers such as Suiko and Aoi no Okina aren't the real names of the 5 Kasen. Though there were once many stories regarding each of the 5 Kasen, the validity of their contents can no longer be verified in present times. Alas, what a shame. But, at the very least, we know that most of the stories were written according to a similar style. So there is still something we may glean from this.
So, is the info useful for your paintings, Albedo?
To some extent, yes. However, I must admit that it is still lacking and fails to fulfill the most crucial element. Inspiration.
I am sorry that this information is not as exhaustive as you had hoped. However, it is not possible to gather anything more at the moment. Though Lady Yae did say that there are many variations of the story about the 5 Kasen, and everyone has a different story in their heart. So all you need to do is follow through with what's in your own heart, and create something that you yourself find interesting.
That does sound like something Miko would say.
Thank you, Mr. Hirayama. No need to worry. I'll find inspiration for the portraits.
Great. I'll leave it to you then, Calx. Oh, and there's one more thing I need to ask of everyone. Tomorrow morning, Mr. Genyu, the author of A Legend of Sword, will be arriving in Inazuma by boat. If you see him, please do not mention the stolen novels for the time being. Whether the stolen books are eventually recovered or not, the Yae Publishing House will do its best to ensure that the novel's release is a success.
I get it now.
You have my gratitude. I'll be going then.
Well, seems there's nothing more we can do here. Let's go. Huh? Betty? What are you doing over there? You don't want us to leave you behind, do you?
Traveler, Albedo, would you mind coming over here for a moment? There's something peculiar that I think you should see.
Yves?
What is it, Venti? A piece of paper?
Indeed. When I awakened to find myself in the warehouse this morning, I discovered this paper in the cargo crate where I was sleeping. I didn't think much of it then. I thought it was merely a scrap piece of paper that had fallen into the cargo. After a quick glance, I stuffed it into a place nearby. But on second thought, I think it's worth having you take a look at what's written on it.
5 Constant Splendor Suko. Interesting. What's the chances of finding something like this? Mine dwelling was far from the wider world, but for my fame, my peace was disturbed. In a blue clad, I went before Tenshukaku to present our work, but always work was missing a page. A note and beg for divine wrath be stilled, and told that what I knew of how it was lost. Previous night I had been drunk, and then a person's shadow had passed over me. Some treacherous scoundrel must have stolen the poem, leading to my great loss of face. Huh.
Let me see. Suiko chapter. Wait a minute. Isn't Suiko the name of one of the 5 Kasen?
Mm-hmm.
The story told in this poem roughly boils down to Suiko getting tipsy and letting some poems that were meant for the shogun get stolen. Ah, this story sounds familiar to my ear. Where have I heard it?
Seriously? It's literally the same story you just experienced yesterday!
Oh, indeed it is. Interesting, isn't it?
It almost seems related to the stolen novels.
Yes, I concur. The person who left this paper could quite possibly be the criminal, or even a witness to the theft. But why leave the paper here in such a fashion? And if the one who left it here was a witness, why didn't they attempt to stop the burglary?
All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Meeting together in Inazuma like this is a most rare occasion. Since we've been busy from the start of the day, let us find an inn with good drink to keep our thirst at bay.
Hey! You just sobered up and you're already thinking about more drinks? And let's not forget that Albedo still has a portrait to complete. We don't have time to be slacking off.
No, it's fine. Let's all go for a drink together. It'll be my treat.
Wait a minute. What about your portrait?
As I mentioned before, I'm the kind of artist who can work quickly once I'm inspired. And now, it seems I've found my source of inspiration. If I use a model as reference for the piece, we must pay him back with the appropriate recompense.
He's gonna use Venti?
In that case, we'll need to order more dishes. One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
Seems like I should...
It's black.
Wow, you really came through, Albedo. You were able to complete the first portrait before the opening ceremony.
Drawing him as a drunk. That's so funny. I mean, it's very fitting because he kind of fits into the story completely, but okay.
Yes, it really is a sight to behold. Not only does it harken to the traditional style of Inazuma, but it also makes use of modern aesthetics. My figure is particularly striking. Even though I'm sound asleep in the portrait, I still appear as glorious as always.
Hey, don't get too full of yourself, Tone-Deaf Bard. You were just a model. The person in the artwork isn't actually you. Well, Albedo, who will be your next portrait?
The next one will be Aoi no Okina of the 5 Kasen.
Albedo, might I suggest waiting a little before starting on the next one? Who knows? You might soon discover another story.
Another story?
I believe he's referring to the possibility of finding another paper with tales of the 5 Kasen. According to the reference materials I was given, we've only found the first of a total of 4 chapters.
Do you think the mysterious person who left the first paper will strike again?
It certainly is a possibility. Also, there are some points regarding the stories of the 5 Kasen that have left me rather curious. For example, the reference materials make mention of 5 legendary figures, yet all the popular stories only consist of 4 parts. It appears that throughout all the stories, there is never a chapter dedicated to Kuronushi.
Yes, I'm also curious about these stories myself. But who knows? They may merely be akin to the old saying in Mondstadt. Seeds of stories brought by the wind and cultivated by time. So for now, we need but just wait patiently.
Completed. That's just the Act 1. We have Act 2 and 3 that I could do right away. But looks like the events has started to get unlocked. Guess I could do these first before moving to next act. Kind of do things in the order they kind of set for us. Let's go do the poetry. Octo Tamo. Yes, what is it? So what can I do for you? Oh, picture taking. Upon seeing the sights in a distant land, a vagabond cannot help but remember their home. Would be nice to depict some things that symbolize the distant place. Take a picture of an Inazuman regional specialty to get key inspirational material. Take a picture in specific regions after receiving the daily themes to obtain inspiration. The more materials you obtain, the better you can help the poet, Lin and Otomo, figure out their poetic stanzas and helping them complete their poems faster. Wow, this actually does seem like a daily thing. How do I go about this? Go. Hmm? Not yet. It's weird. I think I literally just said that I couldn't take the photos. Maybe I just have to have my camera equipped? Usually the quest would tell me where to go to take pictures. But this one just tell me to go talk to him and turn it in. It's like skipping a step. Nope, don't know who you are. go. Time remaining. Like regional specialties. I mean, that could be almost anything, right? Alright. So I also have something to do with Klee as well. So I have another story, I have Klee to handle. Theater Mechanicus, I'll probably know what that is. That little board game. Hmm? Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm not missing anything, right? Okay, well, here. Key specialties are usually going to be little plants and stuff you can gather. Let's go ahead and go out somewhere and just take some pictures. See whether it does anything. Like, would that be one? Wait. I gotta save it. Save that just in case.
And away I go!
I don't think seaweed's anything too special. That's technically a specialty, right? But I mean, it's not really marking anything done though. Okay, wait. Let's go ahead and go back and see what this say with what I currently have. Oh wait. Nah, that's from the previous quests, right? It's kind of confusing because those are all part of the previous quest. Can't tell whether it's broken or whether I just need to take more photos. But usually there's always something marking and telling me that it's been done correctly, so hard to say. Take a picture of that dandelion, that black flower.
Make my escape.
This is related to the theme. Well, the theme is the specialties, right? Right. Yeah, somehow that is really working, but Mia has those little pearls that counts as a specialty, I think. Your short camera isn't counting. Yeah, what's a hint? Shortcut camera. Do I need like a closer one? from the menu. What? Okay, what up? Okay, I'm gonna ignore you for now. That's not a pearl.
Whirling snow! Yeah!
I'm gonna get that out of the way. Wow, where can I find these pearls? Let's go somewhere else. Somewhere that isn't like a hole. I think this is one, right? Okay, let's go ahead and take a picture. So this is the one you're talking about. Okay, there you go, it counts. Okay, if that's the case, I don't need to equip the camera on the character then. It's kind of silly that they give you that and you have your in-menu camera, you have to use it like interchangeably, or depending on the quest, use a certain one. I don't really tell which one to use. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Where's my box? Yeah, so I should be able to go back to that black. It's actually a red flower. Here, let me change my menu real quick. So I did list a couple of things I need to do while streaming for the event, and ta-da! There's the list. Get that there so I could kind of keep in mind how far I have progressed. Okay, black flower over here. Not over there, over here. Go up this part of the beach. Okay. That's not a specialty right here, and these trolls are gonna be in the way.
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from death.
I'm still in combat. Oh, up there. Okay.
My apologies.
Okay. That's one right here. Let's go back. I think you said that ores don't count. Yeah, it helps that they show you the circle when you take a picture so you know it counts. I can go find, you know, the easy way to see what Zuma's specialties are is just to actually look in your menu and look through the materials. Not this one, is it? It's materials. Should be over here. And then usually it does mention which one's a specialty somewhere, doesn't it? Yeah, there. Like, this is a monster specialty right here. So here, fungus counts. I don't think I took a picture of that yet. We got the pearl already. I guess the fruit counts. I didn't know that. I think I know where to find that. Naku weeds count. Yeah, the crystal mirror count too. I know where to find that. I didn't know the beetle would count. Oh, sakura bloom blossoms. That's easy. Okay. We definitely know where to find those. Those are at the shrine. So is the beetle. The beetles are here too. And so is the naku weeds. Oh, that's right, but I kind of picked them up when I was around here. Okay, this one right here. Would this really count? Yeah, it does. Let's go ahead and pick it up as well.
Oz, reveal thyself.
And if I remember right, I do know there's some beetles and Nakui's down here. Can't skip that one. Sorry. A total accident. A beetle I see? That is a beetle. There you go. 4. Yeah, Sayu's so quick that birds can't run away fast enough before she hits them. So I get a lot of foul just by trailing around with her around. Yep, here you go. Which one would I use? Oh wow, I have to create a poem? Okay, let's read the left side. The day I took my leave of loving, found I love all things again. When tired at last of seeking and striving, heard again freedom's refrain. Am I reading this correctly? This radiant flower abroad do bloom. There scent a novel, lovely strain. Then suddenly I saw, plus the unseen breeze that helped push me from home stores. Man, home reading is kind of a totally different way to try to read them. But anyways, pictures of... Okay, so I'm actually choosing the third line. And interesting, if you don't take all the pictures of everything, then you don't have it unlocked for those. Okay. I need to kind of interpret what this whole poem was even saying. So yeah, it's a guy that is seeing things he haven't seen for a long time. And there's a refrain, plus... Okay, let me read all the options, right? The radiant flower abroad do bloom. They're scent a novel, lovely strain. Is that the black flower or red flower I just took a picture of? In the woods lie armor of violet hue. This, the unspoken blessing from a foreign god? That was cut off on the right, but in the left side to see the whole thing. That's part of the beetle. Whole time, you make ancient laments wither, yet less dazzling pearls remain. So that's Sangomio Pearl. I'm so bad at this. I heard freedom's refrain. Slowly I saw a sensing breeze that pushed me from home shores. Maybe I pick one. Maybe I could use one for other ones. I don't know. I'll just pick one for now. I feel like the beetle is kind of very unique to Inazuma, right? Versus flowers. But they kind of did talk about breeze. Yeah, I'll go with the top one for now. The meaning of these two is that the winds bring the flowers fragrance, which is intimately linked to the line that follows immediately after. Mister, you truly have a good eye. That was kind of fluke, kind of. So since both of your new friends are both moored of these two lines, let's use them. Friend, thank you once again for your aid. Okay, done. Part 2. Okay, so those are part of the daily poems that are talking about. So since I just did one, let's go ahead and mark that. Okay, 1 out of 2. And we'll worry about the next poem later. We could take a peek of everything else. And I think what I need to do now is please little story. Beto and Klee.
What a coincidence. I was wondering where I might be able to find you, and here you are.
What's up?
Well, can't I come and see you when nothing is up? Alright, as much as I'd like to sit and chat with you, this time I'm here mainly for Klee. Before bringing Klee here, I told her many stories about Inazuma. It got her very excited to experience the local culture here. However, I've got other things to do in Inazuma this time besides painting the portraits of the 5 Kasen. Over the next couple of days, I won't have the time to show her around. Inazuma is not like Mondstadt. I can't just let Klee wander off by herself when I'm busy with other things. So I had to have her stay at the International Trade Association while I finish my work. She hasn't complained, but I can tell she's not enjoying being stuck there on her own. Fortunately, I now have you and Paimon. So,
Yay! Mr. Honorary Knight's here! What you talking about, Mr. Honorary Knight? Are we gonna go play?
So I got set up. It's fine. Klee, are you saying you like to go and play?
Yeah! But Albedo is really busy. I can't go too far away or he'll be worried about me. Aw, Klee, you're such a thoughtful kid.
Like Paimon.
Paimon's very thoughtful, thank you very much. Paimon always thinks of you whenever she's eating a delicious slime.
What? Why would you think about Klee while eating a slime? Well, that settles it. You're very thoughtful.
Anyway, it is pretty cruel not to let Klee go out when she was so excited to come here.
We'll look after Klee.
Yep. Allow the almighty traveler and dependable Paimon to bring Klee on a tour of Inazuma.
Let's take her somewhere interesting. Or should we introduce her to someone interesting? I tried to introduce. Who would they even introduce?
Klee, do you want to go play with Mr. Honorary Knight?
Yay! You bet I do!
As you know, Klee is our Spark Knight. You must keep her safe and sound. By which I mean, try to keep her out of trouble. For instance, if a mountain in Inazuma was to lose one of its peaks, or if there were an explosion somewhere in the city, Klee could very well get in trouble.
Got it. No explosions.
Glad to hear it.
I promise I'll bring you back an awesome souvenir, Mr. Albedo.
Great. I look forward to it.
There are loads of cool things to do in Inazuma. Try the local cuisine, visit a shrine. What do you want to do, Klee? The passenger ship from Liyue that we're supposed to meet should be arriving soon. Let's go to the docks. Cuisine? What's that? You know that Shinjo will be on board, right? So we should be careful not to say anything about the stolen novels. You know, food and drink. Hyman just meant we could take you to a local restaurant. A restaurant? Yay! Snack time!
Get in line over here.
Got it! All right, snack time it is. Let's go.
Wait, where is it coming to go? All the way over here? Okay. Who does this walk? I'm pretty much rolling around with Klee. Ah. Vendor.
Wow, something smells so good. I think it's coming from the steaming thingy.
Some ramen, apparently.
Mr. Honorary Knight, look at this noodly soup. It's so pretty. There's so many nice things inside.
It's not noodly soup. It's tonkotsu ramen, actually.
Oh, so, what are those yellow and red thingies on that plate?
You're kidding, right? Those are tri-flavored skewers.
And what about this little yellow cake?
That's an egg roll. They're amazing. Have you really not tried one before?
Wow, tonkotsu ramen, tri-flavored skewers, and egg rolls. They all sound delicious.
They sure are. Guess you're not from around here if you haven't tried any of these before. Let me buy you an egg roll with my allowance so you can get a taste of our Inazuman food.
Wow, already making some friends already.
But Master Jean said I shouldn't go taking other people's things. Also, that's your allowance, right? Taking another kid's allowance just seems kind of wrong.
I'll cook them myself.
Oh, I remember you. You're Yoimiya's friend. How come you know how to make egg rolls?
Egg rolls are a piece of cake for this guy. Why don't you make some for Klee and Iwao?
Sure, and I'll throw some for you too.
Really? Wow, Paimon is so touched. You're learning. All right, we'll be waiting on those egg rolls.
Right, time to cook 3 delicious egg rolls. That I might already have ready.
Mr. Honorary Knight, what do egg rolls taste like?
Like these right here. One that I have stored in my inventory for who knows how long. But, you know, this magic bag I have kind of keeps it all fresh.
Wow, you really can cook them. You're awesome, mister.
It's sweet. So yummy. Yep. It's delicious. Traveler, you are the best.
Yeah, these egg rolls are pretty good, but I still think Yoimiya's are better.
Who is Yoimiya? She makes egg rolls too?
He's a superhero.
Mia can do anything. She tells stories, keeps goldfish, makes fireworks, and gives us candy too. Mia's pretty much the best and most awesome person ever.
For me, the best, most awesome person in the world is my mom. And Klee knows loads of other great people too, like Mr. Albedo, Mr. Honorary Knight, Master Jean, Kaya. Surely she's not going to name everyone she knows.
Oh, well, I don't know any of those people. But anyways, I still want to introduce you to Mia. If you want, I'll take you to find her. In most festivals, Mia's so busy that you can never find her. But this festival's different. She has free time, so she can play with us. She seems like she hasn't been in a great mood recently, but maybe seeing you will cheer her up.
Okay, let's go play with Mia.
Yeah, I haven't seen her for a while. See what she's been up to. Yeah, every time I'm trying to find her, right, in those commissions, she's always gone. There she is.
Mia, don't be sad. Oh, I know. Let me tell you something that'll cheer you up. Yesterday, I won 3 beetle fights in a row against that guy with the horns on his head.
Wow, Matsuzaka. Nice work. It's not easy to beat Ito. Don't worry, Yoimiya. Maybe you can't light fireworks during the Iridori Festival, but there are still lots of other fun things to do. I know. Thanks, you guys. It's just that fireworks are banned in the city for a few days. I'm not that upset, really.
Oh, interesting.
Mia, it's me! I want to introduce you to a new friend, an Outlander girl. I just met her. Wait, what's your name again?
Klee! My name is Klee.
Nice to meet you, Klee. I'm Yoimiya, and I run Naganahara Fireworks.
Hello.
I love the cute outfit, with the hat and the cool little symbols. So unique. And your backpack, wow, it's really well made.
Well, when you kind of think about her profession and what Klee does, they kind of actually probably get along pretty well, right?
That's a 4-leaf clover. Mom and Master Jean said it can bring me good luck.
Really? That's awesome! I bet everyone would love one of those. Also, that little fairy on your backpack is super cute, too.
That's Dodoko, my best friend. We always go fish blasting together in Starfell Lake.
Oh, Dodoko? What an interesting name. I really like it.
Yep. My mom says that when a Dodoko is born, it rides the wind and goes off on a big adventure.
Ride the wind and go off on a big adventure? Klee, your mom sounds like a very cool person.
Yep, my mom is the best and most awesome person ever. And Yoimiya, Iwao was right. You're a really cool person too.
Thanks, Klee. I feel like we really get each other. We'll be great friends, I'm sure of it.
It's so heartwarming watching these two chat away.
Yeah, it really is, huh?
Hey, Klee! Since you like 4-leaf clover so much, why don't I make a firework with a 4-leaf clover pattern and set it off for you?
Yeah! And after the fireworks, we can go fish blasting with Dodoko. Hold on a second. Fish blasting? No way. Albedo was pretty clear about that.
Yeah, no explosions allowed.
Oh, oops. I got so excited that I completely forgot about that. The folks from the Yashiro Commission specifically warned me that no fireworks are allowed in Inazuma during the Iridori Festival.
What? It's not allowed. But... Aww.
Okay, then. Hey, come on! You just made a new friend! This is a happy occasion. Why are you suddenly so upset?
Yeah, don't be sad. Well, it kind of makes sense because probably a lot of paper and stuff that can be burned from fire, so that's probably the reason why they banned the fireworks for now.
Yeah, we still have loads of things we can do.
Yeah, let's go check out the Iridori festival.
Right, just like Saika said, there are lots of fun things to do.
What do you say, Klee? Sounds like the Iridori Festival could be a real blast.
Okay, then, let's go!
Accompanying Yoimiya and Klee to see the Iridori festival. So it looks like it's group activity. Can you imagine how crazy it is just to travel back and forth between the harbor and the main town? Actually wonder how long it takes. Like for me, I could just magically teleport.
Here we are, the venue of the Iridori Festival. Look it up.
Oh, that was an accident. Should have waited.
Outlander Brigade. When the wind of death blew towards the blonde samurai? Oh, what a long name. Must be a new one. I've never heard of it.
By Kawabunga Iki. Yoimiya, this is a really strange name.
Who's this Kawabunga? It's pronounced Kayabuki Ike. That would be me. Outlander Brigade is a new series of mine, and When the Wind of Death Blew Towards the Blonde Samurai is the first volume.
Outlander's Brigade? Is it a story about the best of friends? Kaya says that every good story has to have best friends in it.
Absolutely not. I would never allow such cliches in one of my novels. This is a book about betrayal, blood, and tears. A long and lonely struggle. A stubborn samurai's path to the truth. This is the kind of story that needs to be told.
Oh, is that right? Well, I'm not sure that's a very, suitable story.
Yeah.
Klee. We might keep looking around.
Yeah, probably should.
Hey, miss! Don't go! Are you sure you don't want a copy? I'll give you 40% off.
It's definitely give me the whole Comic-Con vibes.
Please, get in line over here.
Flowers for Princess Fischl. Oh, look! It's Fischl's story!
Fisher rights? Well, she would, right? I mean, he is a Junibyo, right? That's how you pronounce it. So she would be the type to kind of write.
That's right! Flowers for Princess Fischl. Have you read this book before, Klee?
Nope, but I know Fischl's story. Fischl always hangs out with Oz. Everyone in the Adventurers Guild knows. It's just like how me and Todoko are always together. I wonder if Todoko is getting bored now.
Oh, Klee, I'm afraid it can't be helped. There are a lot of flammable items at the festival, and we have to be careful not to start a fire.
Darn. It seems like even the Iridori Festival can't cheer Klee and Yoimiya up. There must be plenty of things you can do with Todoko besides lighting fireworks and going fish blasting.
Yeah, like,
Like, well, I don't know if they can paint, but maybe they can write a story.
Wait, so that's what you're suggesting?
Yeah, the Iridori Festival is the perfect occasion for storytelling.
That's right! The Iridori Festival is a place for putting your work on display. You could show Dodoko's story for everyone here!
Think of it like Dojiko playing with everybody.
Bingo! What do you think of that idea, Klee? Mr. Albedo taught me how to paint. I can paint the story of Dodoko's adventure in Inazuma.
Oh, she can, huh?
That's very imaginative. I think it's a great idea. We could even put the finished story on display at the festival.
Yay! Great! Dodoko will be so happy.
Perfect. Okay, so I have some paper, paintbrushes, and paint at the shop. Let's go to the shop and paint your story there.
Yay! Let's go! Let's go! Those two can run so fast when they're motivated. We better catch up.
Thanks for your support.
Back to Inazuma. Wow, this is a lot of back and forth. Oh, they're fast, right?
Klee and I just had a discussion, and we've decided.
We're
Excited?
gonna keep the content of the story a secret from you guys for now.
Well, why?
Obviously, I can't tell you why. Or, you'll see. Don't worry.
It's probably gonna be a story about us, isn't it?
You can keep exploring the festival while we're busy in the shop. We'll be here when you get back.
Come on, Yoimiya, we should get going. Let's go inside and start painting. Aw, Paimon was hoping that we could all paint together. So unfair. Actually, Paimon's got an idea. Come on, let's go around to the windows and take a sneaky peek.
Really, Paimon? Story for you.
So, what does Dodoko do after getting to Inazuma?
Dodoko goes to eat tri-flavored skewers, tonkatsu ramen, and egg rolls.
Ooh, that sounds great! Is that what you're painting? It looks beautiful! Once you're done painting, let's go get it printed. We'll print a whole bunch of copies and go hand them out at the festival. Although it'll cost a lot more to get it printed. Let me see if I've got enough saved up.
Oh, she's nice.
Hey, Yoimiya, I have some more. Look.
50 more is probably not quite enough. Well, if we don't have enough, we can ask the Traveler for ideas.
Mr. Honorary Knight has helped a lot already. I don't want to trouble him. So, I think I should just go fish blasting to earn some more.
No fish blasting. Paimon and the Traveler said so.
Oh, then we've got no choice. We'll have to go see Mr. Albedo.
Who's Mr. Albedo?
He's my older brother. He's super duper smart. He can do anything.
Oh, I didn't know
He
Clee
knows
considered her as
how
an
to
older brother.
paint, too. He paints Hilly Churls, Kaya, and even Dodoko. That's why he came to Inazuma this time, to do paintings for everyone.
Oh, is that right? Then I guess Mr. Albedo must be an artist working with the iPublishing House.
An artist? Oh, that means he has 2 jobs. One as an alchemist, teaching sucrose alchemy, and the other as an artist, doing paintings for people. Yoimiya, let me show you something. Mr. Albedo taught me you can paint Dodoko's color like this.
Wow, I can see the resemblance. All right, I'll paint the streets, and Klee, you fill in Dodoko's colors. Hey, you can even write the story over here to explain what's happening in the painting.
Okay, let's write this.
Oh.
Shoot! I didn't hear the last part.
Dodoko sure had a lot of fun in Inazuma.
Those two sound like they really did go on an adventure with Dodoko. They couldn't be happier.
Now, we have to get Dodoko's story printed. Come on, let's go to the Publishing House.
Up here? Wait, might be better for me to top first. No, it's right there. Very close by.
How about... Here we are. This is the Yai Publishing House.
Yai Publishing House. Ooh, it's Auntie Aratani. I know Auntie Aratani.
Oh, she does, huh?
Auntie? Who's that calling me Auntie? Oh, it's the little girl who came with Mr. Calx. How can I help you, little girl?
Auntie Aratani, can you help me get Dodoko's story printed so that everybody can see it?
Dodoko? Oh, so you've been writing a story, huh? Is Dodoko the main character?
Not only that, Dodoko is also real. Look!
Huh? I don't quite understand.
We'd better explain this to her.
Explain Dodoko's identity and Clean.
Oh, I see. Oh, I'd love to help you make this wish come true, but I'm sorry. The deadline has passed for accepting printing orders for the Iridori Festival.
Ooh.
Auntie, are you saying Dodoko won't be able to meet everyone after all?
Oh, I'm sorry, little girl.
Oh, Clee, don't be upset. You still have me and the Traveler. We'll think of something.
Yeah, we'll find a way.
Miss Aratani, is there any way at all we can still get this printed? We can pay extra. And if you're short on staff to help with the printing, I can pitch in.
Miss Yoimiya, I understand your sentiment, but I'm afraid it's not as simple as that. We've been printing many people's personal works for this festival, and a lot of the books are already well behind schedule. The printing press is already working overtime to try and catch up. At a time like this, we really can't squeeze any more jobs in.
What do we do? Seems like we might have to give up on this idea.
No, I won't let that happen. I remember this one time when I was little. Pop said he'd take me to the festival, but he was so busy with work that he forgot all about it. I waited and waited and kept wondering when Pops was finally gonna take me there. Eventually, people started coming home from the festival.
Aww.
That night, I cried miserably. To this day, I still remember how sad I felt. I don't want Clee to feel the same way. If we can't get it printed, then we'll just have to find our own way. I can paint. Over the next few days, I'll paint as many as I can. Then we'll take those to the festival.
My. Yoimiya has quite a determined spirit. I like it very much.
It's Miko, and Albedo too!
We heard everything.
Oh, Lady Yai.
It's okay, I know. You were just following the rules. Plus, we really are quite behind schedule with the printing. But our mission at Yai Publishing House is to bring dreams and happiness to the masses. It would be a crying shame if we couldn't even help one adorable little girl fulfill her wish. Let me think. Oh, I know. Yoimiya, little girl, you can print your book, but on one condition, okay?
Hmm?
Of course, Lady Guji. Just tell us. Whatever this condition is, I am ready to face it.
Dear me, it's nothing that horrendous. You make it sound like I'm some sort of wicked witch. All I mean is, if you want to get your work printed now, there is only one way. You have to combine it with another print.
Oh.
However, there's only a small amount of space remaining in the book in question. Your book is too big, so you have to reduce it to about half the size to make it fit. Is this a sacrifice that you're willing to make?
Klee, Lady Guji is saying that we can print the book if we shrink it to half the size. Are you okay with that?
Yup, I am. Thanks, Miss Gucci lady.
What an adorable little girl. Well, that settles it. Aratani, make sure it gets printed with tonight's batch.
Yes, Lady I. I'll get right on it.
Combining the prints is a plausible solution, but it'll cause a lot of extra work for the printing press. I am terribly sorry about that.
No problem. Just think of it as my greeting gift for little Klee. Besides, the Yai Publishing House will need your help with the illustrations again next time, Mr. Calx. You could also consider it as my investment in you, All right, I won't disturb you two any longer. Bye-bye now.
Yay! Everything worked out perfectly. Now, we just need to wait for an update from the Yai Publishing House.
Yoimiya, Traveler. Thank you for keeping Klee so exceptionally well entertained for me.
No worries.
Just spend some time with Klee too, Abuto.
Yes, you're right. Klee is family, after all.
Okay, so there's a lot of things popping up. I just focus on doing 1 day's worth of stuff. With that, could we do the next one? Yeah, I guess we'll go talk to them again. Is it just more picture taking? I totally just went past them. Okay. New poem. Friendship. Features unique to these lands. Noting that they did not meet sooner, two poets would like to depict animals wandering the landscape in companionship and compare their friendship to such scenes. Take pictures of animals found in Inazuma and get key inspirational material. Okay, that one's pretty easy. I hope. I guess you just go around the wild and take pictures of animals. I need those samurai's hand guards. So let's skip it for now.
Can't touch me.
Okay, maybe out here might not be a good place. I feel like you need to go somewhere like in the forest. Yeah, that's just a statue. Yeah, the Genshin has the whole Pokemon type of thing where you can go around and capture animals, but I have not been doing that, so wouldn't have. Does that count? don't be counted. Darn it. Okay, now I counted. You're in the way.
Rain outlines your...
By royal whirling snow. Yeah.
So are you? Ouch. Yeah, these archers are kind of annoying because they're kind of in a place hard to reach. Oh, that you're done.
Just once more.
I should probably grab all of those. Okay, we got one animal. We need 3 more. We already have a picture of you already. Hmm? Wow, I have no idea where it actually went. I feel like I need to look for birds. Like... I thought I hit something. Would that count? Even though I can't use it already? No, it doesn't count. Or it counts more as a specialty, not an actual animal. It's not like you can capture that with your net either. Where are some foxes when you need to look for them? I do know, I think there's some that appears around here. Hey. Oh, I'm traveling in the wrong direction. Hmm?
Can't catch me.
That count? Yeah, it does. That's nice. Like a little bit of them. The other reason why I went console, I was like, I just jump up and grab them right away. Hmm? No, I don't think Healy tourists count. Reply. Oh, hold up. What? Huh? Alright, the enemies are kind of in the way.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Take flight.
I saw something over here. Nope. Let me go to the shrine. I know there's very likely a fox up in the shrine. Maybe not over there. Butterfly. Oh my god, it doesn't last too long. Okay.
Make my escape.
Kind of reminds me, I think crabs count too, right? If those were birds. The birds I ran over earlier. I'm kind of regretting it. There was a fox here too. There has to be more, right? Why is our chest? That's is it?
No, my sword.
Wrong ability.
By royal decree.
I feel like it shouldn't be that hard to find them. So look down here a bit more. It's funny how hard things are when you're trying to find them, but you're not trying to find them. They're like, feels like they're all over the place. Check around the shrine. I feel like the time of day also might affect some things as well. Hmm? No, I wasn't that close, was I? Wait, hold up. An idea. I have both Sayu and what's her name?
Where to this time?
Alloy in my party. Party helps get close to her atoms without getting them startled. Makes it easier to take care of them. Wouldn't be surprised if I bore counts as well. I should really collect these whenever I can. Oh, I'm back here again. Ooh, got that one. Nice. Camera. There you go. Oh, you know what? Pretty sure probably eels count too, right? I know there's some eels at Sangobia near the water. Though I remember seeing eels like a couple times before. I actually don't exactly know where they are around here. They would be around water. Anywhere. Hmm?
Ever seen one of these? My apologies.
Go ahead and mark that. Oh, that was my chance. I didn't even know. Okay, hold on. Going right there. Cool. Done. Not what I was looking for, but it works. Let's take a few more. Ooh, I could. I was like that crazy about doing collections. Here, I'm just gonna go ahead with what I currently have. I feel like when it comes to animals, it's a bit harder to do compared to most other things that take pictures of in the game. Especially when you have to do it very quickly. That's Jai, and that's Raiden, right? Interesting how this place is starting getting a little more kind of with more decorations. Okay, got some pictures for you. Here they are. Okay, new friend yet as if from old days. How I wish our story could have begun here, or begun there. Imagine all the night and telling of the mystery and chanting. Which animal is that? Stars shine upon our meeting, sky embellished the pearls twinkling. The joy of the union we are awakening, our sleeves inlaid with moonlight dews shimmering. And it almost looks like I only have 2 to pick from. Imagine all of our wild dreaming to borrow the winds in a sunny day like birds flying. Yeah. I feel like this is tough, right? I feel like this probably would make a lot more sense in Japanese, and it's kind of a bit weird in English. Anyway. Well, they do mention the sky. Stars as pearls. Times sky. Imagine all the night of telltelling. I mean, this does mention about night. Yeah, I guess I'll just go with the first one. Inazuma children often gathers together to tell tales of yokai. Okay. You need me to take some pictures too? Okay, that's done. Think that completes my first task? Let me double check. Is this quest? Help to complete 2 poems of the day. So that should be 2 out of 2 now. Okay. Then this one could be done at another time. When does this open? Complete what the blue flowers left behind quest. Guess that's later? Oh, wait, no. You painting. Garden. Oh, right there, it's subtitle. What the blue flowers left behind. Yeah, everything's kind of locked behind this quest. So, I guess this is the next part, really. So we got a new set of problems coming in, right?
You must be visiting from Liyue to participate in the Iridori Festival. We'll be your guides, and we'll take you onto the island. Huh? Is it Paimon, or have we met somewhere before?
He does look familiar.
Yes, in fact we have. I'm Shu from Feiyun Commerce Guild. Aboard this ship we have calligraphers, painters, and even players of Theater Mechanicus. The inventor of Theater Mechanicus previously came to the Feiyun Commerce Guild seeking investment. Although the guild manager was not interested, Master still wanted to support them. We heard that they'd be demonstrating the game and letting people try Theater Mechanicus at the Iridori Festival. So the guild manager instructed Master and I to take the opportunity to come to Inazuma and investigate the product's potential.
Oh, speaking of which, where's the young master?
Master, he's,
Whoa! Xingqiu's just sitting there. Sound asleep.
What? Oh. It's the Traveler and Paimon. I presume you are guests in Inazuma as well? It seems fate has destined our paths to cross once again.
Oh, we aren't actually guests. We're actually guides for the Iridori Festival.
Yeah, Xingqiu, how are you doing?
Please, no need to worry. I was a little too caught up in a novel on the voyage here. When I finally realized what time it was, the first rays of dawn were already peeking over the horizon. Yes, now that we've arrived, the Kanjo Commission will likely wish to inspect our invitation letter. Let's keep it in hand, shall we? Huh? That's odd.
What's wrong?
There was a piece of paper underneath my bag. Strange. I don't recall seeing it there before.
Ooh, let Paimon have a look.
The Five Cousins Slender. I know Okina. Flora's current life was my youth, my old age a moonlight haze. I had not wished to behave so treacherously, but my very life was threatened. So I sought out my old work and hid them in my clothes. Do not understand the reason behind all that has happened, only that the mysterious person's motives must be perverse. This poem was dedicated to Akihiko, who, to my great sorrow, was banished.
There's no doubt about it. It's from the same series as the story we found before. Even the handwriting looks exactly the same.
The story you found before?
Oh yeah, in the warehouse down by the...
Ahem.
By the poem hunt competition. Yeah, that's it. A friend of ours is on Rito to paint portraits of the Five Kasen. You know, as part of the Iridori Festival. Poetic stories about the Five Kasen have been hidden in various places nearby. If you can find one of the stories and give it to this friend of ours, then there's a chance you'll become the model for the next portrait.
Wait a moment. So you mean that...
Uh-oh, he's on to us?
Hey! It's hard coming up with stuff on the spot like that.
There's a chance of meeting Calx in person?
Huh? Oh, yeah. You could say that.
Really? That's wonderful! I knew that Calx would attend the Irodori Festival, but convincing my father to let me come to Inazuma was proving to be quite the high hurdle. I had to really rack my mind to come up with the excuse of evaluating the investment value of Theater Mechanicus. Just a few days later, word then came that Calx would be busy painting portraits of the 5 Kasen during the festival. It is a most rare opportunity for both Calx and I to be in Inazuma together, but it seemed he would be too busy with the portraits to meet with me. So, I felt quite disappointed for some time now.
I guess he's gonna be the second person.
Don't worry, Shincho. Even though Calx has work to do, he still has time to see friends. We can take you to see him right now. Also, we heard that Calx did illustrations for your A Legend of Sword novel.
Ah, so you've already heard. To be honest, my works have drawn little interest in Liyue. However, the novels are selling quite well in Inazuma with the help of Calx's beautiful illustrations. Calx is not only a skilled artist, but he also carries out his craft with great alacrity. I heard that it took him merely a few hours to finish the illustrations for the latest chapter. But when I looked at the art, the brushwork did not even look the slightest bit rushed. His work is truly exquisite. Oh my, I was beginning to get carried away there. Let us depart, quickly now.
Sounds like he's a really big fan.
Luckily, the idea of meeting Albedo managed to draw Shincho's attention and keep the situation under wraps. Let's just hope we don't let anything slip while meeting Albedo.
The blue flowers left behind start. Let's see. Do you feel like I'm getting a little bit tired? I want to take a break. Push this a little bit more. Maybe I finish this for quest, then I'll call it a day. I have to also push doing this fire best into another day as well. Hopefully not too far to the last minute.
Traveler, Paimon, how are you? And who is this accompanying you?
You must be Calx. It's a great pleasure to finally meet you. I am the author of A Legend of Sword, forgive me. It's rude of me to introduce myself by my pen name when meeting in person. Please, call me Shincho.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
And you may call me Albedo, then.
No, that would be most improper.
Why not? Seeing as we're both friends of the Traveler, it'd be more convenient for us to use our real names. Besides, we've already corresponded with each other many times before. In fact, I feel a bit self-conscious seeing you act so politely.
It's not just you, Albedo. We haven't seen Shincho act this awkward before either.
Yeah, it's a real eye-opener, that's for sure.
You guys, it's certainly not good taste for you two to be teasing me like that. Oh, by the way, we happened to find a story from the poem hunt competition at the docks. I heard that you are collecting them.
Poem hunt?
You know, that thing where we have to find pieces of paper with stories of the 5 Kasen? Venti found one, and then he was allowed to be a model for one of your portraits.
Huh? Oh, yes, that's right.
Guess you got a hint of what's going on.
Oh, I understand the story now. Thank you. It's very helpful.
Splendid. Though, I'm still piecing together the story myself. Would you kindly explain it to me in more detail?
If all of you are free, why don't we discuss this over a meal?
Well, about that.
Do you have other plans, Shinjo?
No, not at all. Speaking of dining, Shimura's unagi chasuke is quite delicious. Would you like to go there?
Shimura's. Unfortunately, today is a bit windy. How about Uyu Restaurant instead?
That's perfectly fine with me. But I must first unpack my luggage. Let's meet later at Uyu Restaurant.
Something didn't quite add up just now.
Huh? No way! Paimon thinks we acted well together. Did we say something we weren't supposed to?
No, Paimon, I'm not referring to us. Traveler, what are your thoughts?
Xingqiu was a little suspicious.
Huh? Shinjo's suspicious? Hey, what are you two talking about?
Paimon, you read the poem, right? Although it may seem confusing to Xingqiu on its own, what if we read it together with a previous poem we found?
Read them together? Let's see. Suiko lost Aoi no Okina's poem in a drunken stupor. So, Aoi no Okina recovered the poem and gave it to some mysterious person. Huh? Wait a minute. Could today's story be hinting that the one who stole the latest copies of A Legend of Sword is Shinjo himself? No way! That can't be right! Shinjo only arrived in Inazuma this morning!
And that is precisely the point of suspicion. If Xingqiu had only just arrived in Inazuma, how could he recommend Shimura's Chasuke?
Yeah, that's true. I was wondering about that as well. But, I mean, he could have been here before, right?
Moreover, he didn't raise any questions when I suggested another place because of the windy weather. This means he knows that Shimura's is an open-air restaurant.
Are you saying that Shinjo has already been in Inazuma for some time? And that he's only pretending he just arrived?
Yes, that is indeed my conclusion.
But how could Shinjo be the book thief? His mission is to fight for justice, isn't it? There's no way he'd do something against his own ideals.
Calm down, Paimon. Even though this is the first time I've met Xingqiu in person, we've communicated via letters for some time now. I do have some understanding of his character. I think there must be some deeper motive at play here. The story also tells us that Aoi no Okina flees with a poem because of a threat.
Oh? Could Shinjo be in danger?
It's difficult to say at this point. But given that Uyu Restaurant is indoors, it'll be easy for us to detect anyone following or eavesdropping on us. I think it should be safe for us to talk there. I'll be relying on your assistance to get to the bottom of this matter.
Yeah, I got it.
Good. Then let's head to Uyu Restaurant.
Yeah, hello, little puffin. Let's try to finish up this quest before taking a little break. Oh, someone was in my teapot earlier. Okay, let's see. Yep, we just gotta head to the restaurant, see what happens.
I don't see anyone suspicious around. It seems clear for the moment. Let's go inside and wait for Xingqiu.
Oh, this whole thing's starting to make Paimon a little nervous. What do we do? And what do we talk about when Shinjo gets here?
First, we must ascertain whether Xingqiu was already in Inazuma or not. If we can find evidence of him deceiving us, then we can use it as leverage to persuade him to tell us the truth. Since we're still waiting for him, why don't you go and chat with other guests in the restaurant and see if you can learn anything useful?
What the blue flower left behind? Wait, this is not related, right? Yeah, this is totally not related. But I guess I can go ahead and grab that.
Is there anything in the world that will satisfy my taste buds?
Okay, this is building, right? Yeah, Ichi-ni-san, yeah, arigato.
Albedo, what should we talk about when Shincho gets here? Any ideas?
I will try to break the ice by talking about our work on novels and illustrations. If he really is hiding something, then he might feel even more nervous than we do. If we start by talking about our work creating novels, perhaps he will lower his guard.
Oh, come to think of it, Shincho mentioned that he'd like to thank you for finishing the illustrations on time. He said they looked amazing despite the time you had.
Is that so? That is also a very valuable clue.
Oh, you're too handsome for me. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not that too distracting for you. Ask around in the store.
The last phase of the Irodori Festival is when they release the all-new publications. The one I'm really looking forward to is A Legend of Sword.
That's right. A signed first edition is going to become quite the collectible. I've got to get my hands on a copy.
I've seen Genyu's signature before. His handwriting is super neat. He must be really diligent about his style.
He'll be there in person on the day of the release, so we'll get a good look at him then. I hear that he's actually pretty young.
Wait a minute, did you just hear that? Not only will Shincho be signing novels at the release, but his handwriting is super neat?
Restaurant. Please talk to me if you want to order.
Hmm.
Young customers recently.
Yeah, I kind of would have thought it'd be like all like machine printed, but I guess everything's all hand printed during these days. Okay, who else do I need to talk to?
Hello there. What can I get for you?
Hi, do you have any special recommendations today?
Why, of course. I'd personally recommend our freshly caught seafood. It's been pouring these past 2 days, so the fishing boats haven't been able to sail at all. But the weather finally cleared up today, so we have some fresh catch.
So the weather at sea has been bad these past few days?
It sure has. A few guests from Liyue were just telling me that their boat was heaving and rolling all the way here. They couldn't do anything but sleep the entire trip.
Oh, this might be some useful information.
That is useful information. Now we can see whether that matches what Shincho experienced when he arrived.
Delicious. Inazuman cuisine largely consists of fresh seafood, which is certainly to my liking.
That's good. We were worried you might not have an appetite because you didn't sleep well. Now's our chance. Let's talk to Shincho and see if he says anything useful. Maybe we could start by asking him about the journey.
Talk about his thoughts regarding the journey. Talk about the book you read during the voyage. Talk about the scenery on the journey. Scenery? Yeah, let's try to go with that.
To be honest, there wasn't much to see. Just water all around, morning to night. The sheer monotony of the trip caused everyone to grow a little impatient. So, when the peak of Mount Yogo finally appeared in the distance as we approached the islands of Inazuma, everyone crowded the deck to have a look. However, the ship sailed along at a crawling pace. It took a whole day from the time we saw the mountain peak to the time we docked.
Paimon didn't catch anything suspicious so far.
No, there was something really suspicious.
Oh, right! If it took an entire day to reach the docks, then it would have been pouring rain at the time they saw the top of the mountain.
We learned a couple of things from his account, but we still require more evidence. Let's discuss creating novels with Xingqiu.
Let's talk about Xingqiu's own novel. I haven't actually thought on a novel myself, so I want to know what to talk about.
While it is entertaining to read novels, writing one is an endeavor of its own. You must give great thought to every detail, from the layout of the plot to the rhythm of the lines. And even when you have come up with interesting content, there's still no guarantee that it will be to your liking.
I couldn't agree more. Whether it's writing a book, creating art, or studying alchemy, seldom can you really feel joy after seriously delving into the work.
Xingqiu and Albedo are getting into some deep topics now, but nothing suspicious has come up.
Yeah, sounds normal. Talk about Albedo's illustrations next.
Speaking of illustrations, Albedo, I've long wished to express my sincerest gratitude for providing the illustrations in my novel. My novel didn't sell well in Liyue, so I must admit that I had some reservations regarding its potential. Yet you've consistently managed to select the most important scene of the chapter for your illustrations. This made me feel as though what I was trying to express could be understood after all.
Thank you. However, I took some risks in the illustrations, so I'm feeling slightly uneasy myself.
Risk?
Light novel illustrations are typically centered around the characters, but this time, I adopted a different approach in the illustration for the last chapter.
Well, that scene was intended to depict the change in the world, so I thought it very fitting to draw only scenery.
Doesn't sound like anything suspicious has come up so far.
No, there was a crack in his alibi. My illustrations were sent for printing the moment they arrived in Inazuma. So, logically speaking, there's no way he could possibly know what the illustrations look like.
Oh, the timing, huh?
Xingqiu, we have something very important to ask you now.
Oh? Why the solemn looks all of a sudden?
Xingqiu, what's with the facade?
Huh? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Mr. Okazaki told us earlier that actually the weather at sea was very bad these last few days. So when you said that everyone came running to the deck to see Mount Yogo, that couldn't have happened!
On top of that, the latest installment of A Legend of Sword will only be revealed at the Irodori Festival. Even we, the creators, haven't received a sample copy. And if that's the case, how could you know what my illustrations look like?
Well...
The jig's up, Xingqiu. You were already in Inazuma before today, weren't you? Are you in some kind of danger but can't tell us the truth? Don't worry. The Traveler and Albedo are no pushovers. We can help you.
No, please. You misunderstand me. I suppose my lack of sleep is inevitably taking its toll on my mind. I didn't notice for a moment that you were testing me at all. I did in fact come to Inazuma early to handle some things. Let me consider how to explain this. Oh, this is most embarrassing.
Oh, well, if this isn't a coincidence, I didn't expect to see everyone here.
Huh? Tone-deaf Bard, what are you doing here?
I heard that the owner of this establishment has some fine-aged wines. I didn't want to miss the opportunity to taste them.
Paimon knew you couldn't possibly be up to anything good.
Says who? In fact, I come as the bearer of good tidings. I just bumped into Kujo Sara a moment ago. She said that the Tenryou Commission has apprehended the criminal who stole all those copies of A Legend of Sword. You needn't worry about it any longer.
Whoa, already?
The criminal who stole A Legend of Sword?
Did I say something I shouldn't have?
Yeah, Venti.
Oh no. The person they apprehended. Was it by chance an editor named Onodera?
Apologies, Kujo Sara didn't mention a name. But I saw her taking someone toward Hanamizaka. Everyone, it's too late to explain. We must make haste and rescue Onodera.
Name sounds familiar. Maybe he stole the books and meant to return them later. He just probably was really excited to see the illustrations. That'll be my guess. What's going on? But maybe something went wrong when he was supposed to return the book.
Please, wait. Onodera is innocent.
Yeah, I remember Venti as a boy.
Oh, so you must be the author of A Legend of Sword. I didn't expect to see others tagging along with you.
Anyway, you mustn't take him away. I can explain everything.
No need to worry, Zhenyu. I've just explained everything to Madame Kujo, and Kuroda has testified for me.
Yes. In fact, we were just getting ready to leave.
Oh, phew. What a relief. Wait a minute. Does everyone else here already know?
Well, to be precise, we had dispatched 2 additional squads here, in order to prevent the suspect from escaping.
Shincho looks pretty flustered. What exactly is going on here?
Oh, I bet it has something to do with his signature.
Though it's most embarrassing, it appears quite a few people are aware of the situation now. There's no use keeping it a secret. In the end, I'm the one responsible for this whole predicament.
No, Zhenyu. It's only appropriate that I take responsibility for this. Everyone, please let me explain. For the Iridori Festival, I recommended the idea of selling newly released novels signed by the authors. Not only was this the first major project I was in charge of since joining the Yae publishing house, but Lady Yae also gave me a lot of support. However, I did not discuss our plans with the authors in advance. As a result, it caused a great deal of trouble for Zhenyu.
Oh, just communication
To
error.
be frank, calligraphy is not my strong point, so signing events are really not my forte.
Even though such an event will be difficult for Zhenyu, after telling him how important the plans were to me, he immediately boarded a ship to Inazuma to come up with a solution. So these past few days, Zhenyu has been actively practicing his handwriting. However, it takes time to sign each book, and we realized the time we reserved for the signing was not nearly enough. So I came up with the idea of moving the new books from the warehouse to my place. That way, Zhenyu could use these few days to sign them all. I thought everything would work out without a hitch. I never expected that someone would immediately realize that the books were missing from the warehouse. To make things worse, I was on vacation and staying with Zhenyu in my house these past few days. I had no idea that the situation had turned into such a huge mess. All of this happened because I wanted to prove myself through this event.
Onodera, I agreed to your proposal because I didn't want the readers to know of my unsightly handwriting. Also, I knew that Onodera had been misled by one of my prior signatures. At a previous event, the Yae publishing house had requested autographs of authors so that they could be put on display. I practiced tirelessly for an entire day to finally deliver a stylish and elegant signature for the event. But looking back on it now, I had dug myself into a hole by delivering that nice signature for the sake of my pride. Hey,
Come on, you two. Loosen up a little. The theft was nothing more than a simple misunderstanding. Besides, everyone has something they do not wish others to see.
Yeah, that's right. All that matters is that Shincho and his books are okay.
Onodera, I think you should explain the truth regarding the stolen books to the rest of the people on Rito.
Yes, I understand. I'll apologize to everyone.
We should probably be heading back to Rito as well. Let's tag along.
Alright, let's go. What? Start for you. They're stuck on the previous one? I guess I was supposed to initially complete the previous one first. think I was supposed to complete... Oh, I guess I never did finish that. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go back to that one really quick. Hmm? Oh, it was already highlighted for me? Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit out of order, but it is what it is. Kind of thought I finished the first part, but I kind of confirmed that.
Look, Mr. Honorary Knight, Auntie Aratani brought us Doloko's story. Now we can finally see what secrets Klee and Yoimiya were keeping from us.
Oh, it's really nothing that exciting.
It's the story of Dodoko and me.
And me. And you guys.
Yeah, I figured. Put me in the story? You put me and Paimon in the story? Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Let's go, Dodoko. All Dodokos must someday ride the wind and waves and go on an adventure. A gentle and beautiful mother once said that. And just as she has predicted, our Dodoko was so happy when its best friend Klee said she was going to the Nation of Lightning for an adventure. Of course, Dodoko loves eating delicious food with Klee at Good Hunter, and loves listening to the bard sing. But Dodoko loves counting the stars in the sky and twisting flowers into garlands together with Klee more. After all Dodokos long to ride the wind and waves on an adventure. Let's go to Inazuma. One needs to pass through... Oh. To get to Inazuma, one needs to pass through the wild winds and pass over the great waves. But Dodoko did not fear the howling wind, for that was the blessing of the animal archon. Dodoko did not worry about the rolling waves either, for it was very brave. Of course, Dodoko didn't want Klee to have to brave such dangers. But as bestest friends, they were bound to protect each other. And Dodoko don't want to be apart from Klee anyway. Without Klee, the adventure would be like sweet flowers that cannot bloom, lonely and sad things. Even Dodoko were to cover every inch of Teyvat by land or sea, it would be meaningless. So there was no point in hesitating. Dodoko and the best friend Klee were off on an adventure. If they rode on a boat, they wouldn't be able to fly freely in the sky or swim happily in the sea. But they'd have Klee smile and Albedo's stories. They'd have Klee smile, okay. And that was a good trade. So it's a little picture. Oh, that's kind of cute. Kind of the rainbow too. In Inazuma, the Nation of Lightning, the flowers and the grasses are all purple, and the fish and the birds are all so purple. Yeah, I guess everything is kind of purple here. Everything is purple. Albedo would probably run out of purple paint trying to paint it all. Unfortunately, he couldn't be around to draw the Klee and Dodoko. Albedo is an adult after all, and sometimes adults have to do adult things. Fortunately, Dodoko still have Klee. Klee would often find happy things to do. As long as Dodoko was with Klee, Dodoko would never be bored. Klee also had lots of friends in Inazuma, like Mr. Honorary Knight, Paimon, and Yoimiya. And so they all joined Dodoko for most fun adventure ever in Inazuma. Hooray for adventure! Mr. Honorary Knight took Dodoko up the tall Mount Yogo when they got to the sacred Sakura, they were all tired from all that climbing that they fell asleep. Did we do that? Yes, maybe we did. And when they woke up, everyone had grown wings like a tengu. Okay, then now it's getting kind of fictional. These wings were red, and Yoyimiya's were gold, and Mr. Arnie Knight's were blue. That's kind of fitting for me. As for Paimon, Paimon can fly without wings, so Paimon didn't grow any. Yeah, sometimes I forget she has a cape and not wings, and she's able to float still, but okay. Everyone opened the wings up, causing a huge gust of wind to roll forth. Shoom, and the Shrine Maiden's hair was all messed up. Oh no, she looked angry. Better run quickly. Quick. Well, that's gonna be a funny picture, I think. Or maybe not that picture. But anyway, adventure was truly fun. But with the growl, Klee's stomach started calling out. Oh no, how could they have forgotten? Eating is an important part of adventuring time, too. Num 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 num. And so everyone ate the onigiri they brought along, and they all had a great time. Dodoko and Paimon finished their share very quickly, and as the very, very full Dodoko looked Klee's smile, couldn't help but think. Feeding Klee and the others is the most happiest thing that ever happened to Dodoko. Dodoko's right there in that small painting. Is Dodoko actually in the very first one too? Yeah, she is. Almost missed it. Oh yes, if you're reading this, you too are surely part of this big adventure. Adventuring together, laughing together, enjoying good food together. You experience this together with everyone, then you must be their good friend. In which case, you're invited to Yoimiya's fireworks show as well. That's... Yeah, fireworks never happened, but I guess in the fictional world it did happen, right? That's nice. I guess... Fish... Oh, what's the word that she's like to say? Blowing up fish? Fishing explosion? I don't remember, but whatever Klee likes to do with fish and throw bombs at them. Whatever that happens in here too. While everyone's happily watching fireworks, Yoimiya said, as long as our imaginations don't run dry, our minds will be freer than all others. And Klee blurted out, we'll always be best friends. See, Dodoko was so happy to be together with his good friends, and now you are Dodoko's good friends too. So you too should go on a grand adventure with your friends. Yeah. It's a problem for people with long hair, I guess. But I wouldn't think you like eating your hair, or else you probably end up losing some hair. Yeah, poor Yaimiko. Anyways, it's a story.
Too. This is Paimon's first time featuring in a printed book. Woohoo! Paimon's gonna be famous.
Of course we included Paimon. This is the story of everyone's big happy adventure with Dodoko.
This story is me and Yoimiya's gift for Mr. Honorary Knight.
Lady Yai wanted me to inform you that since this book was printed together with another work, there are many more copies than you may have anticipated. We won't charge you a printing fee, but in exchange, the extra copies of your book will be included as a free gift with purchases of the other book. Is that okay with you?
Oh, are you sure? I mean, it's fine by us, but what does the author of the book think?
Actually, the book that yours was printed with is called the Tevat Travel Guide.
Hey, that's Mommy's book!
Oh, that's nice.
So, Klee's mother is a writer? Huh.
Klee's mother, Alice, is a renowned adventurer in Teyvat, and the Inazuma edition of her popular Teyvat travel guide series is set to be released imminently. Lady Yae has already decided on how to promote it, a joint endeavor by Teyvat's biggest and best mother-daughter adventure duo. It's sure to be a huge hit.
Yeah, it would be.
Paimon knew it. Miko would never do anything for free.
A typical move by Lady Yae. It works out well for everybody, doesn't it?
It does.
I'm super happy because my book gets to be released together with Mommy's book. It's like me and Mommy going on an adventure together. Oh, I'm so glad I came. The Iridori Festival is the best!
Be mindful of your personal safety at all times.
Might as well be. Please. Or might as well be Jean because been taking care of Klee a lot. Like, how often does he even see Alice?
To request a fan fiction booth, please apply here.
Onodera, what are you doing here?
Oh, I guess I got
Aren't
thrown
you
right to
supposed
the
to be
next
on
quest.
leave these few days?
Part of the quest.
I'm very sorry for all the trouble that I've caused.
Yes, Onodera, but why didn't you tell everyone earlier? If you had told us, we could have thought of some ways to help you.
That's right. We're a team, and we should be helping each other in tough situations like this.
Let's leave the past behind us now. Our first priority is to help Genyu with his signatures. How is your progress so far?
My progress is not what I had hoped for. Even after working through the night these past few days, I've only finished perhaps 1/10 of the signatures.
Oh god, 1/10? That's gonna take forever. It's just one night gives you 1/10. That'll be 9 more nights. That's too long. Everybody's very excited for that book.
Oh, no wonder Shincho looked so sleepy today.
Yeah, that explains it.
I understand. Murata, go back to Yae Publishing House and get Aratani to book a room on the 2nd floor of the Uyu restaurant. We'll be using it for Genyu's emergency calligraphy lessons.
Yes, Mr. Hirayama. It just so happens that my brother is a calligrapher. Should I ask him to lend his assistance as well?
Yes, good idea. Ah, you've just reminded me. 2 calligraphers from Liyue arrived today. We've worked with them before, so I'll go and ask them to help out too.
It seems I'm really in for it now.
No need to worry, Genyu. I'm sure you can do it. Didn't you finish the last chapter of your novel in just 1 week's time?
Yes, but writing novels and learning calligraphy are 2 entirely different skills.
Even though Shincho still has to deal with his handwriting issue, Paimon somehow feels a little relieved now.
I always used to prefer working alone in my workshop, but I've come to realize that solving problems with others also has its merits.
We also owe a special ode of gratitude to the mysterious person who has been leaving important info for us along the way.
Huh? You mean whoever left behind those stories about the 5 Kasen?
Pardon me, but what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's right. We never did figure out who's leaving those hints. But the person knows what's going on, apparently.
Oh, right. We haven't had a chance to explain things to Shincho yet.
It's funny because everything's kind of
I see.
mimicking everything that
It
happened.
appears that Onodera and I were spotted when we were moving the books. Albedo, may I ask you one thing? Are you able to include me in a portrait as well? Not only do I owe the successful resolution of today's incident to that story, but I also hope that I'll remember this lesson.
No problem. Considering the similarities between the portrait and the events that have taken place, your proposal is very reasonable.
Yeah.
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akahito.
Red.
Albedo really is something. He finished the portrait of Aoi no Okina in no time at all.
Yeah, it's fast.
Wonder how Shincho's calligraphy training is going at Uyu Restaurant. Hey, do you think whoever left those stories for us could be hiding somewhere nearby?
It's definitely a possibility.
Oh, hello? Mr. Storywriter? Are you here? Could you please help Shincho with something? He's a friend of ours, and the release of his new book is super important to him. Oh, what's that sound?
Just a cat.
It was just a cat. Looks like we can't make them reveal themselves that easily.
Yeah.
It's getting late now. But let's go back and get some rest. We still have to go to the docks and wait for another ship tomorrow morning.
Oh, saw some legs. What does that mean? Oh, Peter Mechanicus. It's over now. Yeah, but that's something for another day for sure. Let's see. Take a look at my quest progression really quick. Not that one. That one's available now. And those are complete. So much to do. Slowly catching up, right? And then, like, the next part of the event comes out in 2 days. So if I can get this done, the next part done by tomorrow, then I think I'm kind of mostly caught up, right? I have that. Oh, that unlocks in 3 hours. Okay. So Act 3 actually is unlocked pretty soon. But I just have that left, and then these 2 tomorrow. And those 3. And be caught up. And then there's also the Mechanical Theater, the tower defense game, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I could wait. I'm trying to remember. Was Diluc ever involved with Klee? Not really, but I guess usually Diluc and Jean is kind of paired together, so that's part of the reason why. I mean, also the fact that Klee's kind of red. That kind of makes you wonder, right? The next story involves someone that's red. Wonder who that could be. Kind of want to look at the character list real quick. Wait. Got an idea. Hold on. The letter gave me a couple of hints, right? Who the next... Oh, I got a copy of that. Who the next people are shipping over. I actually remember what... Those are the stores I just got. That's the summary, the rival schedule. So the guest rare was in you, which is Zing Show. So large cargo ship stop over 1 person. Yeah, that isn't really much detail. But it's a large cargo ship. So possibly Beto? I'm colorblind, especially red colorblind, but I'm pretty sure she is red, right? There we go, character archive. That's what I was looking for. Amber's kind of red too, but I don't think she'd be involved with large cargo. Wait, where are you? Obviously is a character that I have. Wonder if I could filter. Nope. She's probably down here. She's right there. Yeah, she's kind of red, right? She's kind of strong. So possibly be her. I really doubt Dealer will show up in here.
Silly churl.
She wouldn't have reason to be there. I mean, she has to deal with the dead stuff, and I don't think this festival has anything to do with that. So yeah, I guess my guess is gonna be Beto being the next guest, and we shall see. Okay, let me go ahead and put myself next to a crafting table. That's where I like to be. Wait a minute, one last thing. I do have some resin to burn, so I'm going to go ahead and burn it. Clean the domain right quick. Very quick, so shouldn't take too long. Just one more thing, then I'll take a little break from Genshin today. Nope, not what I meant to do. That was an accident. Gonna have to say sorry while leaving. Just sucks that when you the button to like continue when you're saying your team is square, but square is the button to also go to co-op. So if you forget to do circle then square, then this is what happens. I'm just gonna kind of leave. Sorry, guys. Total accident. The is not too bad with other people. It's just a bit quicker on my own than it is with other people. I also should switch alloy out back to official, so don't forget. So final artifact today. Tomorrow I won't be doing artifact. Every beginning of the week I tend to go for the weekly bosses. So I guess you guys get a preview of how I handle all the weekly bosses next time I stream tomorrow. Oh, not what I meant to do. I'm just gonna have the improv those.
Stand back! Let me weave you a book. Think you can get away?
Nope.
My apologies.
Not going well. Here.
Race the ice. Take flight.
Probably gonna refuse you. Almost there. There you go. Yeah, when you do multiplayer, not only it's hard to kind of coordinate things together like that, but also the enemies do have more health to deal with. Final artifact today is no good. Okay, let's go ahead and scoot myself back over here. Hopefully I don't trigger anything like midway when I get over here. Okay, looks like I got here safely. I think we are good. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day for Genshin, get a little break, and I'll probably be on to stream some more some more Elden Ring. So probably like in 15 minutes. yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys a bit later if you guys are going to join me for that. But otherwise, for everybody else, yeah, I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow, next time.
A
signing out.
blade embraces its
Bye-bye.
duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.